Make sure everything up to par. Everybody got their utensils. Get these books lined up. One of the black markers, but I don't know where them black markers at. And it's crazy because I got 2 black markers. We about to go live. We give a few people more time to check in, check out. Oh snap. Okay. Let's go, let's go. Oh, it's getting live right now, huh? Guess everybody waiting on me. How y'all doing? Let me make sure this lighting right, man. Man, going live. 5 minutes. That's everything. Coach said it. How y'all doing today? King Kevin checking in. I probably should do Instagram live one of these days. Make sure the lighting is good for everybody. Everybody's tuned in. Let's see what's going on right here. Boom. We're trying to make sure a few people tuned in. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see. Everybody, I'm here. I'm just making sure everybody knows what's going on. All right, let me see here. On live right now. Don't worry about it. I am here. Everybody who's tuned in. I want to play some music. Let's see what's going on. Come on. Okay, perfect. Chat. Everybody tuned in. One more person. Ooh, I got London Beauty. All right, perfect. All right, let's see. The grind. I hope y'all enjoying y'all day, enjoying your lives. This is King Kevin in the building. Today is the power of reading and writing. As a matter of fact, I hope all of you can read and that you are reading. And let me get this water prepared. Y'all like my book cover? Checking in the building. I just had to do a couple of things, y'all. I have my lesson plan right here. Now, many of you know me as King Kevin Dorival, as you should. And I am the best-selling author of Hercules. No matter of fact, I need to go Hey, I'm back here, everybody. There you are. All the chips are in there. How y'all doing? You get these chips going. How did that pop up on my screen? Give me a good chip, y'all. Give me a good chip. Matter of fact, I know a good chip. All right, I don't know how that got on my screen. Y'all in the building? I'm here. I know you can hear me. All right. Let me get this going in a few minutes. Give it 2 more minutes. We'll go through this. Know what I needed to do? Glad I remember this too. Glad I remember. Where you at, Mr. Shiva? Now. All right. Let's see. I can't text everybody. I just seen Toshiba. Now, let's see here, Davidson. All right. Make sure everybody's in here. I know I just seen you. All right. All right, NJ. NJC. So many people gotta now. All right, one to Campio. Now. I'm looking for the Shiva number and I can't find her. Sasha. Okay. Now, all right, so you're just gonna have to run it. All right, we're getting ready to rock it, y'all. Get ready to rock it. Okay. So if you're not on here this now, you're not gonna be on. Okay. Got the light. I want to get the lighting straight on this end. So you guys on YouTube, I'm gonna try to write as big as I can. I wish I've seen the black marker, and so we're gonna just get this thing going. I got enough people. Hold up, man. Turn that around. Now. Okay. I'm going live. Make sure this thing on point. You see everything? Facebook Live is something else, ain't it? All right. So you guys can see everything from here. Should be able to see everything. Hope y'all enjoying your day. Feel free to ask me any questions you like as we are about to start right now. Man, I wish you guys can see this a little better. I might have to put this chair up here just so that if people on Facebook tune in with this thing here better. I think you guys can see good, right? I can see good. I got that going on, the YouTube. Okay, I think it's pretty much set up. Oh, okay. I guess I'll hide in the markers. I found the markers. All right, now we ready for the game to begin. Now I'm gonna make sure I grab a flyer. Okay, you ready? Yeah, you ready. I was gonna put the phone right here, but the phone will need to be charged up. If the phone is not charged up, actually, I got an idea. Because I want to get the people on Facebook to get a little closer so they can join in. And I know everybody getting ready for this hurricane, which is going to be pretty severe shortly. But man, we can't sit here and talk about a hurricane all day, all night. You know what I mean? Can't be doing that. That's crazy. That's ridiculous, and it's boring. All right, so everybody tuned in. I done shared it with a few folks already. You already know what time it is. Let's rock. Let's rock, baby. Let's rock. Okay. All right. Now, as you all know, we're on the hurricane watch. So everybody and mama's pretty much in panic mode, kind of. I'm probably the only one that's not in the state of Florida, which is cool because I don't get paranoid easily, man. You gotta really something serious like this. This wasn't serious enough. So all right, let's go ahead and get it started. All right, put some water. Okay. The water to start. We ready to go. Seems like we're ready to go. Now, I have a few materials here. The flyer here. And let's rock and roll. Let's rock and roll. I wonder how tall I look on this thing here. Am I tall enough? Power of reading and writing. Let me get this up here high enough so I can really be focused in. Okay. Perfect. Now, let's start from the beginning. My name is King Kevin Dorival. I'm an author, mentor. Can you guys see me clear on Facebook? Can y'all see me real good in there? It seems kind of dark. I can never get enough light in here. No matter how many lights I have, it always seems to be a little dim. So I'm thinking I might just need one more light to spruce things up, especially for you guys following me on Facebook. It just seems pretty dim. Other than this light. Let me grab one more light. I'll be right back. Let me grab one more light. And this little light is heavy. I tell you, boy, this little light is heavy. Heavy. I'm glad you guys have joined me. Fuzzy a little bit. Yeah, I can't. Hey, what's up, Brian? I mean, kind of hard. Can't really help the fuzziness too much. I can only do what I can do, what I got. But it's all good though, cause we live, baby. We are live. Now I'm gonna turn on this light to have one more light. We're going to a little reading. Oh man, interesting. You know what I could have did with this light? Take it off here. 1 second, y'all. I'm here. Let me turn one more light. And be sure to have your pencils and papers ready, because the knowledge I'm about to drop on y'all, man, they charge for this, you know, but I'm going to give it for free. I'll go over a couple of things. And what reminds me, this book. Woo! Let me tell y'all something right quick. All right, I got everything I need. I got everything I need. Now, today is the 7th. 9/7. All right, so we're going to go through 9/7/17. By the way, number 7 is the number of completion, by the way. Those of you who did not know, now you know. But now I done brought me an extra light, boy. If y'all can't see me, I done brought an extra light on the bottom. Y'all gotta see me real good right now. Ooh-wee! Ooh-wee. You see that light? Let there be light. All right, now, the power of reading and writing. And first of all, I'd like to get into a little bit about how I was able to become an author and why I became an author. And hopefully it can inspire some of you to do your own writing. You know what I'm saying? And definitely be reading. In the midst of a hurricane, well, you better be doing some reading. Okay, now, I'm King Kevin Dorival, as I mentioned. This is my first book, Courage to Believe. And this is my second book, 7 Types of Queens King Desire. So people ask me all the time, what's the process of becoming a writer, being an author? How do you get it from the concept into an actual idea? How do you conceptualize something that seems to be so tedious that many people are timid to even try? So if you fail to try, then you've already failed, because you ain't even trying. You don't even know what God may bless you with, what type of resources, what type of people, what type of finances may come in to make that dream come true, which is often a big mistake many people make all the time. They doubt themselves, or they doubt their faith. Now, for me, for instance, what I did was, when you write in a book, first things first. 1, you're going to do market research. Many people will tell you just start writing. No, you have to start with your research. I hope you guys can see that good here. I can carry it in my hand. You have to do your research. You have to understand a few things. 1, you need to understand who will buy your book. So who will buy your book, why they will buy your book, and why do you feel as if your book is that interesting that other people will purchase it? Now, with that being said, it depends on whether or not you're actually writing to sell. But some people, believe it or not, write books just for themselves. They write memoirs for their families. They write memoirs for their friends, or just for their jobs. It's not really for sale. You know, something that they did, you know, for private reasons. Now, people got money to blow. Hey, do your thing. Because I've met authors like that. They didn't really want the money. Not to say they don't want money, but they didn't write their books with money in mind. And a lot of times, when you're writing your books, and if you're writing your books just for the money, then you know you're in it for the wrong reasons. Hey, hi Maya, how you doing? Thanks for everybody who's joining me right now. What's up, Malcolm? What's going on, brother? I know I just seen Brian earlier. What it do? Okay, so thanks for everybody tuning in. So back to what I was saying. You need to know, whether or not you're writing for males, females. Are you writing for a certain industry? Are you writing for the car industry? Are you writing for the fashion industry? So you need to know these things, because I'm going to tell you why. These are just examples. Which industry? Which industry? And the size of that industry. The size of the industry lets you know how many people will actually purchase a book if they could buy your book. So you need to really take time to do some research on these things, because if you write a book and not even have an idea of who's going to purchase it, then you've already fallen behind the line, because you need to understand the market value. Okay, that's a key word, market value. How popular is your book? You know, one of the things that I did when I wrote my first book, Courage to Believe, and I published it back in 2013, 14. When I published it, I made sure I did some research to find out what were the titles that other people were using. What were the titles what made these books sell? Like, go to Amazon. Just easy research on Amazon. There's research you can do on Barnes and Nobles, eBay. You know, see the style of what these people are using, because that's going to help you tremendously. And it's going to help you save a lot of money and headache, because if you don't have that information beforehand, then you're going to fall the risk of being frustrated because no one is buying your book because you didn't do the research. You didn't know who was going to buy it until after you finished it, which is, you just need to have some kind of idea. So I think I'll pick that up enough in your heads to understand that you need to do some market research. Don't write the book without having an idea of who's going to buy it and why they're going to buy it. Like, what are the values of your book? But this is going to help you when you reach out to news reporters, when you reach out to radio stations, TV stations. You need to have some sort of hook. You need to have some sort of pitch, or elevator pitch, you know, and so that helps you when you're speaking to people, that you're not stumbling on your words, for one, looking like, not necessarily a fool, but not looking professional, because you really didn't do your due diligence to understand your book and why people will buy your book. Now, let's how you guys see me pretty clear over there? Because I want to kind of liven this up. Matter of fact, I want to bring this Facebook a little closer. So I know you guys can't see it, but I know YouTube straight. YouTube can see me real clear. Can y'all see the screen real good? I think you can kind of see it. But anyway, now number two. After you did your market research, you understood who's going to buy your book, why they're going to buy your book. Now you need to start writing. Now I had this presentation all laid out and printed out, but we're going to use the iPad for today. And so if you have your iPads or your notepads, take it and make some notes, right? You're going to start writing. One of the questions I get asked all the time is, well, not question, but complaint. How do I write a 200-page book, 300-page book? You know, that's too much. Simple. You just start writing, one word at a time. So you don't write a whole 200 pages in one night. I mean, I'm sure people can do it. If you've been in college and had to do those crunch times, you had to crunch those hours literally into finals, and you know what I'm talking about. You don't want to do that with a book. You want to start writing one word at a time. With my first book and my second book, I began with two different ways. One, with the first one, I started writing it. Actually, I wrote the whole book in a journal. And inside that journal, I kept it with me every day. I invested time and energy into it. So a lot of people, you may work a lot, you may have children, you may be married, have a full-time career, but you need to dedicate at least 30 minutes a day, 20, 30 minutes a day. If you're not writing about the book, on the book, think about the book. Put your energy. There's 200 billion brain cells we have. So if you're out there on the internet watching me, oh yeah, I can't wait to come to London too. Straight up. Myra, I see you in London. Hope you got your tickets already. Myra's sending me messages about the London tour that I'm getting ready to do. But I'm going to get into that in a little bit. There's 200 billion brain cells that we have, right? You need to invest time and energy in developing and utilizing these 200 billion plus brain cells, because there's so many ideas that we have. And we sometimes can be inundated with so much information coming from Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the news, newspapers. Like it's like your brain taking all these hits. Now, what you need to do to put up some defensive walls is work on something you love doing. Outside of raising your children, being a great husband, being a great wife, you need to invest time and energy in your writing if you really want to do this writing thing. Because writing, the grind is real. If you follow me on social media, which most of you do, you understand, I'll just put that hashtag, the grind is real. You need to start one word at a time. That's all it takes. And as you continue to write and build, you will notice that your momentum picks up. You know, and 48 Laws of Power, and also 33 Strategies of War, and The Art of War. Those 3 books, I have those 3 books. But in The Art of War, Sun Tzu says that it's better to fight someone going downhill than uphill. If you're not writing every day or every other day or on a regular basis, being consistent with it, you're fighting an uphill battle, which chances are you're going to lose because you're already going against Mother Nature. You know what I'm saying? It's easier to go down. It's harder to go up. So once you have your momentum going, now you will see it's a downhill battle. It's much easier for you. And so I just want to keep that in mind. I write regularly. You go to my website, KevinDorival.com or 7queens7kings.com, which you can get both of my books, by the way. You will notice I have a blog. These blogs, I don't even know how many blog articles are there, but I have numerous blogs on my website and also that I publish out there, which we'll get deeper into those things. I'm not going to go over everything today because there's no way I can go over everything today. Because for me to go over everything to you today, you all have to read this book. I will have to do a presentation on this book. And if you're an author, soon to be authors, you need to get your hands on this particular book right here called Self-Publishing, The Complete Guide to Self-Publishing, which has everything you need from A to Z, whether it's writing, reading, editing, publishing, marketing, how to write your letters, everything. This book here is like my Bible. This is the author's Bible. There is no greater book than these 2 women, Marilyn Ross and Sue Collier, wrote for self-published authors. So if you want to be an author, you want to take your stuff to the next level, get this book, okay? I can't stress it enough. I rented this book for a straight year. And I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and buy this book. And so I went and bought it. I invested, and it was only like $24, $25. Originally, it's like $50-something. I got it on sale, so I bought it. And I go over another book as well, some resources that you guys need. So if you want to, again, this book is called The Complete Guide to Self-Publishing. You can send me a message on the YouTube or send me a message on Facebook or Google+, and I'll explain to you more. Now, the third thing you want to do, once you start writing your book, you want to start forming. And what I mean by forming, forming your book allows you to give it shape. Now, if your book doesn't have shape, then you're gonna definitely need to work on that, because if you definitely need to have some sort of organization with your book, because when you do that, it gives your book some style. You know what I mean? It gives your book personality. So you need to have some sort of shape for your book so that you can be successful and write something wonderful and something to be proud of. Because my greatest work is my book. My greatest work is 7 Types of Queens, King Desire. To be honest, this book really has opened up so many doors for me. It's been a blessing. It's helped me quite a bit. Just being successful has opened up many doors, and that's what I'm going to get into: the power of reading and writing. Many years ago, actually only about 4 or 5 years ago, I did a presentation called "The Black Authors That Paved the Way." As a matter of fact, let me grab this painting. I want to show you guys this. Now, I wasn't even going to talk about this, but see this? This is a picture of W.E.B. Du Bois. Hope y'all can see this picture. Alice Walker, and I know you guys know who that is on the top, Maya Angelou. These are 3 of some of my most favorite authors. And a young kid wrote this. He wrote on it and drew it for me. and he signed it. You know, young Haitian kid out of Pompano, drew this out of high school. He's in college now. I can't find him, but his name is Bradley Honor. That's his name. So anybody who knows what Bradley Honor is, tell him I'm balling now, and I can pay him to do me even bigger picture, which is I'm looking for. You know, I need to have a big mural. You know, so tell him if you guys find him, whatever college he's at, tell him come look for me. All right, tell him inbox me. He did this beautiful drawing some years ago for a presentation I did during Black History Month. You know, sometimes I get booked to different libraries and conferences to host different events or to give presentations, and this one was on the Black authors. There were several authors, and if you understand being Black, if you understand what our ancestors went through just to even read a book, to even write, forget reading, even just writing, they literally sacrificed their lives, which is unfortunate because today it's a struggle to get our young kids to read and write, you know. But anyway, I'm gonna get into that some other time. But I do have a Kickstarter that will start. We kind of slowed it down because of the hurricane, but we do have a Kickstarter that's going to be called Through Our Lens, where we're going to be teaching the youth how to read, write, and publish their own books and film. How to take professional pictures, how to film, and also how to publish their videos. This is going to be phenomenal because now they can make some money. This is how you excite the youth. The youth are into making money. They're into looking good and fashionable, which is, hey, it's all good, player. But now we want to invest in them to teach them how to make money and how to be entrepreneurs off their own creativity, not all the other negative things that are taking place. Now, once you have a good form, you want to break your book down into chapters. So next thing is chapters. I'm going to use chapters. Now, I know I said you want to write one word at a time, but more importantly, you want to have some sort of structure in your mind when you're writing. You don't want to just write just to be writing. You want to be able to break it down, whether you're doing it in chronological order, which means a time frame, a time map. I know it's another word for it, but whether you're starting from, if you're writing a biography, like my first book was a biography, whether you're writing from the time you were born to maybe up until you was 30, 35, 40, 50, 60 years old, you can do that. I'm going to write a part 2 to this book, Courage to Believe, which is an inspirational autobiography about how God helped me overcome adversity. I had to write a story about this. I had to write the book. I had to put it on paper because I knew how much of a blessing it was going to be to other people. I'm going to raise this chair because I'm quite sure some of you are still kind of in the dark, but I'm scared to get up. I wonder if I lift this up with, I'm here to break this. Let's see here. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. 1 second. Stay right there. Stay right there. I just literally threw everything on the ground. I checked to make sure there was no glass or anything that could break, and I just threw it. So this would make things much brighter. Ooh, let that be light. Now, I don't know how to make this, but if this not light enough for you, I don't know what's gonna do the trick. Can y'all see me good? No, the broadcast has been interrupted. All right. Woo. Well, that sucks. Well, I hope the broadcast. Tell me if you can see me. Tell me if you can see me. All right. Now, has joined. If you join, doesn't that mean you can see it? And invite this guest. I don't know if it means you guys have a problem seeing, but I definitely have this. It's okay now? All right, perfect. Thank you. Hey, Maya Tamar, thank you so much for letting me know. Okay, chapters. Now, back to what I was saying, chronological order, which means, I already explained that. But what I wanted to say was, when you're doing that, have an idea of how many chapters you want in your book. Do you want it to be 10 chapters? Do you want it to be 5 chapters? Do you want it to be 20 chapters? Have that in mind and break the book up. Now, once you're finished Writing. Once you finish writing your book, you're going to want to take the time out to just relax and go back over it. Now, a lot of times when you're writing, and I want to tell you guys these things because I've gone through them myself. What you want to make sure happens is that you may get writer's block, so you want to find a way to stay motivated. You want to find a way to encourage yourself, whether it's have some ice cream, whether it is to go take a walk or to talk to your favorite friend, whether it be a relative or a boyfriend, girlfriend, whether a husband, wife, whoever that is, your favorite show, whatever it is that gets you in a place of mind of peace and calmness, going to the beach, going to church, praying, lighting up some incense. I like a lot of incense when I'm working. As a matter of fact, there's usually some incense lit up on this bookcase. You know, I normally would do this video inside my office, but due to the complexities, we're doing it right here. But anyway, I usually have incense lit up. I usually listen to some music. So these are things that help ignite. It helps ignite the creativity that is within you. You need to find a way to be creative and be different in your writing. Don't just write just to be writing. Write because you have something in your spirit that you want to put on paper. I am more of a spiritual writer. What do I mean by that? And actually, I never even heard that term before. I just made it up today, September 7th, 2017. I'm a spiritual writer. I write when my spirit is led to write. Not necessarily it has to do with things spirituality, but everything I write has to have some sort of edifying component to it. That's my niche. So find out what your niche is. Maybe yours is to show people how to do things. Maybe your niche is to explain what has happened in your life or transition. But a good place to start writing is a blog. A blog is also a great way to promote your book. So we're going to talk about that. Now, even while you're writing the book, once you have your chapters set up, even if it hasn't been edited yet, make sure you get it copywritten. Don't worry about writing anything down. I'm going to have the main points written down. I'm going to share it on my blog. I'm going to do a blog about this as well on KevinDorival.com. When you have your books written, when you have your book written, the chapters, you have a nice form. Now it's time to get your book copyrighted. Okay? You want to make sure you copyright your book, and that as you were writing, one important thing I didn't mention yet is the book title. You need to have a book title. A book title will help you significantly with promoting and marketing of the book. By having a book title, people will reach out to you when you're doing your marketing, your promotions, and whatever you need. You know, the book title helps you also with a book cover. Now, I want to get to something that you guys may be more interested in learning is the book cover. You need to have you a book cover. A book cover can wait, but it's a good way to promote your book. A book cover is a great way to let people know, hey, I got a book coming. Pre-orders. You may have some pre-orders you want to do. So after you get your book copywritten, now you can let the public know, hey, I got this book. The last thing you want to do is have a book, put it out there, and then have somebody steal it because you didn't copyright your book. Now, there's a book I have here by Sister Queen Mother. Queen Mother Blakely. Who ever seen the movie Sister Act? This is the real Sister Act right here. Queen Dolores Blakely. So now this lady here is what the Sister Act was written about. Whoopi Goldberg. You know, I met this woman in New York. She invited me to come to the United Nations and speak at the African Union and meet the African Union ambassador, Ambassador Toti. So it was an honor to meet her and him and several other individuals. So shout out to the future generation, new future generation up there in New York doing their thing. Bless up to y'all. Queen Mother, how you doing? I hope she's watching this video. But what I wanted to say was that she wrote this book, and I'm not sure if she had a copyright at the time, but somebody got an advanced copy of her book before it hit the public, right? And guess what happened? They took the Disney World, some rep from Disney World, got the book, read it, loved it, and turned it into Sister Act, which made, what was it, 100 plus, 200 plus $1 million in the box office. This movie made a lot of money, and Queen Dolores Blakely, as sweet as she is, didn't get that $1. So you want to protect your work, okay? So, perfect example, when I wrote my second book, what I did was, the idea for this book was so hot. It was so hot that I knew I had it copyrighted, which I did, even before the book was ever given to an editor, like I told you guys. But I had my chapters in there, rough idea of what I had before it was even edited by me. Because before you even give your book to an editor, oh my God, I forgot to say this. Before you give your book to an editor, make sure that you have the editor, make sure that you read it first, edit it first, and then give it to the editor. Do not give the editor your book without you editing your book first. That is critical, it is important, and I can't stress that enough, okay? You know how much money that's gonna save you? It would have saved me. I didn't know that before this book, but I did know that for this book, my first book. This book, Courage to Believe, I did not know that. So I got charged an extra $1,000 possibly because I didn't edit the book first myself. Because you want to save, one, the editor a headache, because editors are artists. Just like a writer's an artist. It's just a different perspective of that artistry. They get frustrated. Now, true horror story about this book. Now, this is a beautiful book. It took a lot to get it painted, to make it look as beautiful as it is. This may not be as a beautiful cover as this one, Seven Queens, but this is a very powerful book. I had to go through 4 editors. Repeat after me. 4 editors. I had to go through 4 editors, get to the book of the year from my family, Kevin Dorival. Salute. I appreciate that, Ronnie. I had to go through 4 editors for this book, man. 4 editors. You know that, and it was crazy. I wasted so much money because I did not know the business. And so, me being a book consultant on top of marketing and the author, and this bona fide goal getter. By the way, I got a documentary coming out, Courage to Believe, Never Give Up. Coming out, actually, it's going to be released while I'm in London. So before anybody in the U.S. sees it, London is going to get it first. Unfortunately, this is how things worked out. But this book, had I had a book consultant, had I hired a book consultant, I would have saved myself, oh my God, months of headaches. Literally, maybe $1,500 in savings had I had a book consultant. So before you guys publish your books, and I'm not just saying this because I like to have your business, because I would like to have your business. Before you give anybody any money to edit your book or to do anything, even before you even buy your ISBN, the ISBN code, the barcode, what you need, which is a whole nother thing you need to have. But this is more towards the end. When you buy your ISBN, your barcode for your book, now you know it's about to get real. This is like equivalent to a soldier, Air Force fighter about to jump out the plane and they strap on their parachute. Because when they strap on their parachute, they know it's about to get this. This is it. There's no turning back. When you get your barcode, this is it. This means that you're about to do business. Everyone has to have a barcode. This is no if and buts about it. Because you end up selling 40 million copies of this book, you have no barcode, meaning you ain't paying no taxes on it. You're going to get IRS going to come see you. So definitely do that. I'm glad I remembered to tell you guys that. Definitely something that I learned. And you can buy one barcode for $25, or you can buy 10 for $50, if I'm not mistaken. So to me, that's a no-brainer. I'm going to buy 10 because I knew I had multiple books to write. As a matter of fact, there's another book that I'm getting ready to release, a children's book. I'm going to finish writing it while I'm in London. I go to London from the end of September to mid-October. So go to my website, 7queens7kings.com, or go to, if you're in London right now, if you're United Kingdom, you're watching this video, you need to go to kingsandqueensbooktour.com. That's kingsandqueensbooktour.com. If you have a question, again, ask me in the comment box, because you get your tickets right now for me, T.C. Courier, and Queen Suzanne. All right, Taharka. As a matter of fact, Queen Suzanne wrote the foreword for this book. So thank you to the Queen for making the opportunity for me, T.C. Courier, to go to London and to be blessed by them. I honestly, I can't wait for this trip. But that trip would have never taken place had I not written this book first, learned all my mistakes, and then jump into this one, which is The Blessing. Now, we went over marketing your book one. For those who just catching on, find your market first, start writing, and let's jump down to number 3. And let me check if anybody had any questions. Okay. Yes, big up Londoners. Courage to believe, straight up. I appreciate that. Man, I'm getting a lot of love on the Facebook. And make sure y'all share this video amongst your friends, family, and things of that nature. We are live right now. Now, once you go through the copyright, you got your ISBN numbers. As a matter of fact, you can sell your ISBN numbers to people. You have to license it back out, to them, because you're the owner. That ISBN number is how they track how many books were sold, who owns the book, and where the books are being sold at. So that's why it's very important. And so you're going to also need to do some marketing, extra marketing, once you at this phase. Because once you copyright it, you don't edit your book yourself. You got to read it again yourself. As much as painful as it is, as tedious as it is, you need to edit it yourself first before you give it to an editor, because you don't want the editor critiquing your book that you really didn't even review before you gave it to them. So now they're justified in taxing you even more money, which you don't want. So that's why you need a book consultant. So definitely write me, email me, info@kevindorival.com, or DM me if you're interested. I can be your book consultant no matter where you are in the world, thanks to the internet, or if you're in South Florida, or even within the States and you're a big enough client, big enough project. Yeah, so I'll come to you. I'll fly to New York. I'll fly to Chicago. I'll fly to LA, West Side. So it's all good. Now, once you go through the editing process, the self-editing, now you're gonna go to editor. Now you're going to an editor. Now you're gonna be expecting to pay anywhere between $500 to $1,500. From $500 to $1,500 to edit your book. So expect that. So you must have some sort of money saved up to go ahead and pay this editor. Usually they're going to want 25 to 50% down, and they're also going to need 2 to 3 months. So just to let you guys know, that's the process. Because once you're able to get your book in the hands of an editor, now you really got the ball rolling. You know what I'm saying? You really got the ball rolling. You're really ready to make this money, and things are looking serious. Look at this. This is beautiful. I got the camera right here with what you're going to edit. You got the YouTube right here. I'm sorry, YouTube here, and then Facebook right here. This is beautiful. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing to have an idea and to have it manifest. What is not so beautiful is to have an idea, it doesn't manifest, and then you quit in the middle of it. One thing I teach all my students, whether you're young or old, is to never give up. Writing a book is something powerful because you are able to write the future, which is power within itself. And then you're also able to have a supplement to your income. You're able to provide for your family. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing to have your ideas manifest. And if I've had several ideas manifest, and I thank God for that. I don't take it lightly. I'm very grateful. To have an editor, this is your teammate. You need to have this teammate on your side. So before you hire this editor, because this process is a very emotional one, and I will explain to you why it's so emotional. One, they're gonna critique the heck out your book. It's gonna hurt your feelings. Sometimes it may hurt your feelings. Some of them may be not constructive criticism, but they're more condescending, and those type of editors you don't want to deal with. So you want to look out for that sign, whether or not this editor is a condescending one or one that's actually after your best interest. So if they are a condescending editor, then you just need to, cut your losses short and keep it moving. You don't want that type of editor on your team, because all they're going to do is slow down the process and have you go back out there into the world looking for another editor. Looking for another editor is not something that you truly, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to look for another editor. You want to keep the editor that you have. You want to keep this editor on your team, and this is vitally important to have an editor that you trust, an editor that has your best interests, and so that you can win and succeed. But that's what it's about in this world: winning, right? That's not necessarily winning by any means necessary, but winning. We all want to win, so you got to win. You have to go after your goals, believe in yourself, and never give up, keep moving forward. The editor. Now, this is what I usually do. To select an editor, I go through a process, right? I go through a process evaluation. I email about 5 to 10 of them. I give them 1 or 2 pages. 1 or 2 pages of what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a certain style of an editor. I look for a few things, and I'm glad I'm talking about this because now it's reminding me what do I normally look for in an editor. 1, I'm looking to see if they're professional. 2, do they have time to edit my book? That's very important, to have an editor that has the time to work on your project. If they don't have the time, they're trying to squeeze your stuff in, or they put your stuff in the background, and now you have to delay your dreams. And I'm not in the business of delaying my dreams or allowing anybody to delay my dreams, because I'm about my business. Number 3, you want to have someone that cares about your work and sees your vision. Like-minded. You have someone that has like-minded and that is like-spirited, that understands where you're going, what you're trying to say, and how you're trying to say it. Some editors will do copy editing. Some editors will just do ghostwriting. Copy editing is more of the popular one and copy editing is pretty much going over your content and making adjustments as you go along. Some editors are just proofreaders. You don't want a proofreader. Not at this phase. You do want one towards the end. At the very end, when your book has been edited 2 or 3 times by this editor that you paid $500 to $1,500 to, now once that takes place, you look over their work, which means you have to read your book again, which is worth it. Trust me, it's worth it. Now you pay somebody maybe $100, $200 to proofread your book. You shouldn't pay more than $200. Maybe $250 if they're real good and they're fast. You pay them $250. Now there's a website called Fiverr, Fiverr. Now with Fiverr, what you do is you can find people for about $5, maybe $10 to do some projects for you. Now, a book such as book editing is going to cost you nearly $1,500. I'm going to put this on Facebook, everybody. Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube to watch. Okay. All right, get everybody to watch. All right, so I send to everybody who's probably checking me out on Facebook. For whatever reason, the connection isn't good. But anyway, you got the copy editing, you got the ghostwriting. Now, some editors will edit your stuff and really digging deep into it. They'll really, go in, change sentences and paragraphs. You don't want that, but to an extent. You don't want them to change your voice. You know what I mean? You don't want them to change your voice so much that the whole message, the energy behind your book is being completely left field. You don't want to be left field. You want to have something very similar to how you originally visioned. You want to have something that you originally visioned. You don't want someone to take your vision and just go their whole direction with it, which is something that I try to avoid by any means. You know, working with editors who just want to change your voice. You don't want somebody to change your voice, but you do want someone that can guide you, and that will use track changes. Track changes is vitally important. Track changes allows you to see what they changed and see their suggestions. They can leave comments and questions on the right side of the screen of the document. So you definitely want to do that. Whether you use a MacBook, which I use, or use a desktop computer, regular PC, you want to make sure someone uses track changes, okay? That's vitally important. Now, I'm going to continue the rest of this video at a later date. I had only wanted to sit here to explain a few things. If you're interested in a book consultant, if you're interested in publishing your book, please reach out to me. And if you're interested in any of my books that I have here, and I got to give a shout out to Sheba before I go. Sheba is an author in Hollywood, Hollandale area, who has a wonderful program for kids called Space to Launch. So you can go to her website, ToshibaBerryMcLaren.com, and I'm going to have the link on the bottom of my website. You can follow her on Instagram. She has a wonderful program for kids to teach them how to publish on a book. Very similar to my program. One difference between the program that we generally have, that we have a film component with our book, where people learn how to publish their own videos and documentaries and movies. So that's going to be hot. Check her out. This sister's doing some great things. I'm always in love with people who have invested interest in our youth, invested interest in the future of our children, because reading is fundamental. I would not be where I am today. I would not be anywhere at the level that I am today if it had not been for me reading and writing. You know, it wouldn't have been possible. Reading is fundamental. Everything starts from reading. Fundamental means the basics, the foundation. If you do not read, then you're pretty much going to be poor, because your spirit isn't getting the energy, isn't getting the knowledge that it needs. Reading does that. So I definitely support her program. You guys check it out. If you're down here in South Florida, you definitely want to go check out ToshibaBerryMcLaren.com. TashebaBerrymcLaren.com. She didn't even know that I'm giving her the shout out, but I respect her, so I gotta give blessings to the queen. But next time I do this video, we're gonna go into more of the marketing of the book, the editing process of books. We're gonna go into also the pricing of your books. How do you get your book on iTunes? How do you get it on Amazon? How do you get your website? How do you go on book tour? Like, I'm going on a book tour now to London in a couple of weeks. And then I go to New York, and then New Orleans, and then Atlanta, and South Carolina, hopefully as well. How am I able to get these things done? How am I able to get on this radio show? This is what I want to teach to you all. So I'm going to give you the tidbits here and there. And if you need help, call me at 954-372-6336. That's 954-372-6336. That's my office number. You can email me at info@KevinDorival.com. You see the link information below. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Courage to Believe. That's COURAGE2 Believe, and at 7queens7kings.com. I'm sorry, that's my website, but at 7queens7kings. That's Instagram and Twitter. Thank you all. Be blessed. Thanks for watching. And much love to you, and much success to your writing. Please ask me anything. I will answer your questions for free. Consultation is free. And of course, I have different packages. I love to help you all. As I'm doing my thing, I'm going to help other people dream manifest as well. All right? If you think it, you can make it happen. So speak it, believe it, execute the plan. Be blessed. Whew. I guess it's me and you, YouTube. All right, YouTube. Everybody doing? I guess I'm gonna get up out of here. Thanks so much for watching. Oh yeah, don't forget, get the books. Get the book. 7 Queens, 7 Kings. My website, my new book. 7 Types of Queens King Desire. That's all.